While our study of Hebrew in this grammar has introduced all of the major binyanim, the major verbal stems, there are still other verbal forms that you will find as you read the Hebrew text. Most commonly, these other forms will occur when a middle weak root, remember roots that's middle letter is either a vav or a yod, is put in the doubling stem, the D stem, which we call the PL, the pual, and the hitpael. Since it's problematic to double the weak consonant in a middle weak root, you will often find forms such as a polel, polal, or hithpolel to replace the typical PL, pual, and hitpael. For instance, ukomeim is typically parsed as a polel imperfect, first common singular of kum. You note that you have the aleph to tip you off for a first common singular imperfect. And then you have polel because you have kum, and then you have a doubling of the third root letter in the name, not in the form, but in the name. Likewise, mit komama would be a hithpolel, typically participle. Note the mit, hithpolel, but in the participle. Feminine singular, of kum. Again, though the root is kum, it appears with two mems, hithpolel instead of hitpael. Just two examples. First, Isaiah 44:26, V'horboteha ukomeim. Vav, horbot is ruins. Note that as a closed, unaccented syllable, this is a kametz hatuf, horbot. And then eha, the possessive suffix, its ruins. Ukomeim, typically parsed as a polel imperfect, first common singular of kum. Second, Psalm 59:2, Hatzileni me oyevai Elohai memit komamai tsagaveni. Begin with a hifil imperative masculine singular of natsal. Note that the noon has assimilated, and therefore you have the dagesh in the tzadeh, plus a first common singular suffix. So deliver me. May, which is the preposition min, the noon has assimilated into following aleph, but because aleph as a guttural can't double, we have compensatory lengthening, may, from oyev is enemy, and then I is the first common singular possessive suffix on a plural noun. So from my enemies, Elohai, my God. My God, deliver me from my enemies. Then we have what is typically parsed as a hitpolel participle. Notice mit. On the front we have min again, so from, and then the hitpolel participle, masculine plural of kum. The ones who make themselves stand. And then again we have the possessive suffix I, first common singular possessive suffix as used on a plural noun. So from the ones rising up against me, from my ones rising up, we have to say against me to make it make sense in English. And then the main verb of the second half of the verse, tsagaveni, a PL imperfect second masculine singular of sagav, which is to protect, plus ni, the first common singular suffix. So protect me from the ones rising up against me. There are other forms, even more rare, that may be from other minor patterns, or occasionally could be from the use of a root that has, instead of the typical 3, 4 root letters. For example, in Genesis 43:10, we have hit mamanu. Typically, that's treated as a hith palpal perfect, first common plural of mem he he, to harry, hesitate, delay. For typical forms that are such rare as this, you should consult a more advanced reference grammar.